It feels to me that we've started to lose the principles of honesty and capitalism. So I'm feeling like a confused conservative. I always thought that lying was bad. Well, now the mantra seems to have become lie big or go home. I'm starting to wonder if maybe George Washington was just a big fat liar, and Abraham Lincoln was too. The boy who cried wolf had the right idea. Got so much attention from the media, but before the wolf came to eat him, had become a kind of social influencer that lived a fabulous life. We've attacked various law firms for defending people. We've said to these law firms, well, I'm either going to sue you or you can't do business in Washington anymore. You know, it used to be a lawyer. I could hire a lawyer to defend me, but now certain firms I can't hire because they're not acceptable to the government. You know, due process doesn't sound like anything, but it means that if I accuse you for whatever reason, including you're a critic of what I do, I have a right to prove I'm innocent in a court of law. I'd be the first to admit that the immigration system we had was a total disaster. But now we have this rush to deport so many people that sometimes we're making mistakes. If we send a few honest people to El Salvador or Africa by mistake, rip them away from their families, that's collateral damage. We're approaching a system where there is not due process. You think you're an illegal immigrant, you don't have time to prove it. The same process may come about when we decide who are the crazy people. My folks worked in a factory for 30 years, so I could go to university. And there was a sign on the university that said, you're here to learn how to think. And you can only think if you have all the information. Good, bad, provocative, disgusting. Well, we're now saying to universities, no, you can't teach that. Can't say that in the classroom. You can have demonstrations, but only this kind of demonstration on subjects we, the government, feel comfortable with. The federal government is sending in troops to our cities, federal troops, to maintain law and order, because it's saying to the states, you can't handle this. We've got lots of guns in America. I believe in the Second Amendment, but I always thought it was to protect myself from rapists and robbers. That wasn't the concept of the Founding Fathers. The Founding Fathers wanted you to have a gun to protect yourselves from the government. So there have been 400 school shootings. We cannot protect the kids in our schools. We live in a country where I send my kids off to school today, I'm not sure they're coming home. If the federal government feels they need to send in troops, maybe they should be sending them into every school in America. How many times have we heard the mantra, guns don't kill people, blah, blah, blah. Since it's crazy people that are doing all these mass killings, let's lock up all the crazy people. Don't you see where we're moving here? We're moving back to the 18th century notion, declare someone crazy and put them in an institution forever. We're arresting people and shipping them overseas without any due process, with any right to defend themselves. What makes you think that that won't apply to the process of arresting crazy people? I don't like government bureaucracy. Every time I've tried to create a program in a community, City Hall, the county, the state, the feds have slowed me down. We've now decided, in the name of creating less bureaucracy, we're going to fire thousands and thousands of people. It used to be, when I bought a product in America, I could trust that someone was checking whether or not that product was safe. And we're talking lots of stuff coming in from China that I'm putting in my house, that I'm eating, that some of us are now using as drugs. Well, who's checking to make sure those are safe? The answer may be no one. So what is happening to capitalism in America? I swear to you that when I was in middle school, they said, we believe in a free market economy. And the only time the government is really going to get involved is when this company has become such a big monopoly that they control all the prices. Now that's changing. We're saying, hey, you're making a lot of money. The government wants a piece of this. As a conservative, I've been trained that socialism is a bad thing, that communism is a bad thing. And one of the reasons they're bad, in addition to taking away all my personal liberties, is they take over all the companies. This is a great country. Will always be a great country. We need to be open to hearing bad ideas because they may lead to good ideas or discovering the truth. The press who criticizes us is uninvited from coming to press conferences or sued. We've tied the hands of the press to check the facts and tell us who's lying and who's not lying. And having a legal system that defends bad guys we may hate, is what protects us all. We might want to spend some time reconsidering some of the values that made this country great. A country based on honesty. If you look at what's happening in this country today, we should all be just a little confused.